Okay, I'm finna make a video about, I think the woman's name, Atavia's daughter, Satavia or Atavia. Look, I can't even begin to hardly put it in words on any channel that I've had, and this isn't the first YouTube, TikTok, IG channel I've had. I pushed it, I drill it, I beat it, and I'm telling you, I jump up and down in a circle with my fist balled up. I'm black, but I turn red, and I spin in circles and circles, yelling all the way until I passed out. If you can mentally envision a person doing that, and I scream at black people, Democrats hate you. And if you want to know how that hatred plays itself out, you need not do no more than look at the images on your page. And I would honestly say that black women are probably anywhere from 5 to 8 years from being banned from being able to have a baby at a public hospital. Or either you could be assaulted going into labor at a public hospital, and they'll take you and drop you off in the woods somewhere, and who cares if the only thing you have is a bunch of outrage on some social media app. Outrage, you and a bunch of people on a social media app outraging ain't gonna do shit, okay? Now, the people that did this to this girl, they were little boys. They were white boys and probably a Latino. And I'm gonna straight up tell you, their parents did that to them. Now, if you wanna know how intensely and how extremely you're hated, you need not do no more than look at this thumbnail that I put together, all right? Because at a minimum, they should investigate the parents, and if they don't have it in themselves to put them kids in jail, you can probably begin throwing them parents away, and you know, it'll be a public, it'll be good for public safety, because them kids are a public health crisis, and they're also a security crisis also. And the way that I know that they were YT is that, well, just look at the images before your face. Look at Officer Todd up there. You know, I mean, read about what he did, and he ain't the only one. I mean, the Donald Trump advisor just got 6 months. What's his name? Robert Morris? Dude got 6 months sleeping with a 12-year-old. 6 months, that's it. 6 months, like that, like that's it. Like nothing. I mean, you might as well. And technically, whenever they get these nothing ass charges, what the message that the system sends is that it really wanted to give them nothing, okay? But the black girl that you're looking at, that's Trinity Williams. I've made several videos on several platforms about her. She was assaulted by a 250-pound Latina woman when she was about 11 or 12 years old. She was only, if not 10 or 11, she was only about 100 pounds, barely. She was walking a little Yorkie dog, and she's a well-behaved girl. She's a top 3 student in her class, just so happened to be. Her face was beaten so bad, she had to have 2 facial reconstructive surgeries. And the woman that did it to her chased her behind a trail of her very own blood, aimed weapons at her and her boyfriend, aimed weapons at Trinity and her mama. And the nightmare doesn't end there, you know? They pressed charges, or tried to. The police, Chicago, went out of their way to not arrest the Latina woman that did it to her, you know? And then, after 5 and 6 months of activism, they finally grudgingly made an arrest. And in between the arrest and the trial, I think they gave her an almost nothing bond. They just about let her walk out. And there was a black female prosecutor by the name of Kim Fox. The Democrats, because it ain't no powerful Republicans in Chicago, but when the overall system is racist against you, it ends up doing liberal things in conservative areas that are dominated by conservatives, because a liberal aspect of something just had to happen. That's why Trump is fully vaccinated. But, you know, racism is the foundation of the American system. So the Democrats had to go ahead and take off the blue wigs and put on the real true red uniforms. They removed Kim Fox, the black female prosecutor. They placed a white Democrat with a D behind her name in there. And she brought up the activist group. She brought up the woman that, on the day that this woman we thought was going to be sentenced, and she let her go. And she looked in the activist group face and told them, you are free to leave the courtroom. You know? And that's all the justice that Trinity Williams got, which was nothing. Fuck you. Take your broken face and get out of here. And I give less than a damn if you bleed all over my court floor the same way you bled when this grown-ass woman beat your 100-pound body to a pulp. She was told that. Or that's the mentality that Democrats had toward her. So, let's move on to Tyree Nichols. I already covered this. If not this channel, my other TikTok channel and on my YouTube channel. Tyree Nichols, Democrat judge, Democrat prosecutor. That's Memphis. It ain't no Republicans nowhere around. That's Memphis. The Democrat judge and the Democrat prosecutor went all the way to East Tennessee. That is where the KKK was found, just in case you didn't know. And they grabbed 12 racist white people from East Tennessee and brought them all the way back to Memphis just to give them officers as little as possible, okay? That's the party that you're fanatically committed to at a rate of 92%. And whenever you show fanatical commitment to neglect, then you end up getting fanatical extreme levels of neglect, like 5-year-old girls being raped, having their vaginas and anuses dug up in, sticks stuck in their mouths, beat on, punched on, hit on, urinated on, And then a police system that will arrest 8 and 9-year-old autistic children who have disabilities because some buttercup ass teacher called the cop will look you in the face and say, well, we can't do anything. We can't arrest little people. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Now, the images that I got from the little people that you see arrested right here, how many little people been arrested in America under 10 years old? 2,600. Well, under 12. Under 12. My bad, 12. 2,600. All the way up until 2022. And there's probably been 1,000 more since then. So not that's BS. You can look up the story of the 10-year-old girl in Florida. Her mama got into a fight. Make a long story short, the girl went in a purse and got her mama gun, and she pew-pewed the other woman. Man, look here. That girl was sweating like a dog the day that she was on trial. They took her little 4'6" foot frame, all 80-something pounds of it, and she drugged them heavy-ass chains into court. And she was completely slumped over. And the only thing that she kept on saying as the judge was reading this stuff is that this stuff heavy. Well, my mama, take me back to my field. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home. And start trying to run for the door. They grabbed her and just drug her right back in there. You know, and she's going to do life, you know, as if she woke up with the premeditated intent of taking out another woman at 10 years old, you know. So, yeah, and look at Laken Riley. That was the white female from Houston, I think, or Dallas. That was unalived by her, it might have been Venezuelan or Mexican boyfriend, or it doesn't matter. She might have been jogging along the road and been taken out. And then recently there was the Ukrainian woman, okay? And they just about called for war against the black population over that. Every which type of dog whistle. And Charlie Kirk, Trey Reed, you know what I'm saying? You know, Republicans require Democrats to come out and respect Charlie Kirk legally, judicially, despite the fact that they didn't have to, the Republicans didn't recognize the 3 people, including the dog up there in Minneapolis that got taken out by the Republican gunman. You know, but the Democrats got on their knees, as always, and recognized the Republicans and Charlie Kirk. And one Republican Christo-fascist said we should start getting rid of the homeless. And somebody went out there after a Christo-fascist is in a conversation with a politician and took out 2 homeless people. You know, so that's how you know you're represented by your political party. You know, if not them other 2 things, Laken Riley and the Ukrainian woman, you know, compare your party's response. And like I said, this 5-year-old, that's worse than any of that, because Laken Riley may have been dating. And then the Ukrainian woman, rest in peace to her, but at the end of the day, she's an immigrant. You know, she's an immigrant. I mean, rest in peace to her soul, but she's an immigrant, you know? Yeah, and whenever you make a fanatical commitment to political neglect, then in the real world, man, look here. The fanatical violence against you is going to be extreme. And like I say, I honorably and nobly believe that black women are 5 years from being attacked when headed to the hospital to give birth to babies. And the niggas that y'all sleep with, man, they're garbage cans, total garbage cans. The only thing I should be reading about, it should be a conspiracy. Like, this girl's daughter should be a conspiracy. You know, YT people should be going out of your way, should be going out of their way, you know what I'm saying, trying to bury this little girl. And try to make the black man who is her daddy look like a fanatic that did it to a house full of people for no reason. I should literally be up here telling y'all, with all 213 views of people that are listening to me, man, I'm telling y'all, there's some kids in that house, they did this, that, and the third to this little girl. That's why that nigga acted out. Man, y'all always with that conspiracy stuff, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's people like us out here that's crazy like that, man. Stop making up them excuses. That nigga pretty much did that for nothing. Man, I'm telling y'all, bro, the girl's, her mama name is Antavia or something like that. This happened by 3, you know? That's what I should be talking about. I shouldn't be talking about the fact that a woman has a living, breathing baby daddy and this nigga is nowhere to be found. Y'all need to watch who the fuck y'all sleeping with, or either exercise abstinence or goddamn just stay ass at home. Alright, like seriously, make a plan to have a baby. Don't just be out there erratically fucking random ass niggas that don't give a shit about what happened to his kid after he nutted up into you, because whoever her daddy is, this Negro needs to just about be, oh my lord, I'm trying to keep the video legal. But anyways, thanks for listening, I'm out.